Hey guys, what is going on? It is Ando. Thank you guys so much for coming out to episode 5 of the Grando Cantina. I think he's trying to say that there was two and now he's confused.
Part 2, episode 5. I thought you were gonna
It's
say part 2.
dude, like we said on your channel, it's hard to count. That's why I could never solo the freaking HAAT raid with the Asajj and BB-8 and like I was like, I think I'm on 6, and then they would just be like
I had 5 or 7 or
yeah.
14. Oh, no. Yeah.
Anyways, and how did you dude, you had a pretty big week, man. Like you were I saw you were on a Cubs video, you had Urza on your stream, man. So
It
how was that, man?
I am not gonna lie, I am silently losing my shit inside, dude. This was a massive week. Yeah, I
Yeah.
had a really fun video. I joined Cubs on his channel. We made a video on my channel yesterday for the Gridsy session, obviously hanging out with Heinze. Urs
Yeah.
joined us, and then we did my GAC, and he stayed. we,
Yeah.
we did GAC over on my channel, and he hung out that whole time.
Yeah, dude.
Yesterday, or technically today, yesterday, yeah, technically yesterday. By the time you guys watch this, yesterday, we had 2 Call of Duty tournaments. Right now, it's looking like we're in first place. We got invited to our first tournament ever,
Yeah, man.
where the owner of a company was like, "Hey, I saw that you're winning these tournaments. You've taken first in these large groups, and we wanted to invite you out to our tournament. We'd love to have you." And I was like, so I'm just like,
Yeah, man. That's awesome.
it's blowing me away, dude. Things are
Yeah.
going crazy.
Yeah, I
Thank you.
mean, some could say that big things are happening inside the grid, right? Dude, oh, by the way, hilarious, hilarious, dude. I watched the Cubs video. It was great, by the way. But one of the best things about that came from it is that you changed your name to "It's Not Ian," which is just great. I love that, dude. I really
Dude,
do.
that initial banter was so funny. That's one of my favorite parts in doing videos with Cubs.
That's
We're
excellent.
having fun with it. It's been a
Yeah.
good week, and that's for sure.
Awesome stuff, man. All right. So if you guys aren't aware of how this works, the Grando Cantina is made for pretty much laughs. So hopefully you guys are getting some of those. But we also do this in 2 parts, right? So we already,
Here's the 2.
recorded. Yeah, we already recorded the first part over on Grin's channel. So the link for that video will be down below. So hit that up. And then we take these questions from you guys. And so what we want from that is more questions and for you guys to answer the questions, whether it's in the Discord channels or whether it's just in the comment section down below. So we love hearing your
Yeah.
guys' input. So make sure you guys give it to us.
Yeah, just have some fun with us.
Uh-oh, that's going to be a meme as well. All
Oh
right.
boy.
All right.
I'm
Next.
acutely aware when I say weird things, my
Yeah.
brain's like,
Oh, dude, it is a thing now. Like now that I'm like, now that I record myself like often and stuff like that, like
yeah.
even in regular conversations when I say something, I'm like, oh God, I'm,
Yeah, I'm
I'm
just
ready
kinda
for
like,
I'm ready for the chat in real life to just give me all the
yes,
burns.
and I'm just like, "Okay, there we go. Yeah,
Yeah.
now you done it. Now you done it."
All right. First question. Would you rather tell Ram Bam Mace Windu is good or have a GL Jar Jar released?
GL Jar Jar.
Yeah, 100%, dude. Like Ram
No
Bam,
questions asked. Next
he's
question, go
he's
on.
yeah, he's trash, dude. Like you know what? Give me the Gungan faction, dude. I need something to beat Grievous,
Yeah,
anyways. So let's
give me
do
the
it.
whole Gungan faction. Yep, they're better than Mace Windu anyway, so
Exactly. So Ram, I know you're watching this, so and he's not alive either. So and
yeah, he's also dead.
and Samuel L. Jackson is not a reliable source for canon. So all right. All right, so this is actually kind of a little bit more of a serious one. Okay, so Swoga 2 is in the making. So would you
Okay.
rather CG be the devs and be able to merge your account, like your current account, into Swoga 2, whatever that may
No.
look like, or a different team makes it but you lose everything?
If I had to choose,
Yeah.
obviously depending a little bit on the company, but I would pick a new company and restart.
Okay. All
I
right.
would not want to.
Yeah.
Um, but as much as I enjoy Swigo and as much as I do love
Yeah.
this game can be a lot, lot better.
Yeah.
A lot. I like the game. Credit where credit's due. There's just there's a lot of room for improvement, and I feel
Yeah.
like another company would be able to capitalize on that better than Capital Games is currently doing. So
Yeah.
if I had to choose, I would be willing to restart my account with a new, better company.
Yeah. Yeah. I could see that. I would take a different approach, but I think
That's
and
a
it,
very hard decision to make though, because
yeah.
that's 5
Yeah,
years.
right.
So
I personally like I listen, I know that game companies like they are what they are.
yeah,
There's always going to be, friction in between the game company and the player base.
yeah,
It's just natural, right? Like
yeah,
ultimately they both want to create the same, the end a better product, but like a lot of the ways in which the company versus the player base would like that to go is totally different. I'm going to take a different aspect to it. I still would probably prefer a different team mix just because, you know, um, I, again, Capital Games, I think they did a good job. Like, if we're just gonna be
yeah,
honest, like this game's been going on for 5 years.
yeah, they've yeah,
I just would like a different, minds on, a problem set. Like everyone solves things differently.
yeah.
I would just like to see a different team, be able to like approach something differently and then see if it
I
works.
yeah,
It might be worse, honestly. Like that's the other thing. Like it might be worse. There
yeah,
are plenty of games that they come out with a sequel that's worse than the original or whatever.
yeah.
So, and you know
I
what? Like part of the fun in some of these games, like, is even though it's super grindy, there's this magic like at the beginning, right? Like it's always like,
yeah,
okay, like cool, like, and then you're always kind of working towards that end game, right? Like, so you're like, okay, like
yeah,
I can't wait to get that guy because now I see videos or whatever of this guy. Like I can't wait to get to that guy.
yeah,
So, yeah, you know what? I'd be okay with starting over. It would suck for sure, but at the same time, like if everyone's starting over at a equal footing, cool, let's do it, man. Different team. I think too, like another interesting take, honestly, would be, CG is the first to admit a lot of times that they made mistakes, and um, like it would you would have to like with saying a different team takes it, you would have to give them that rope again, if that makes sense, right? Because
yeah,
now we do it and we're like, I think like it's just the way it is, right? Like CG probably doesn't have as much rope as they used to because it's like they've been
yeah,
doing this for 5 years and like they've like I said,
yeah,
they do good job in most aspects, but like you know, a different team, like one of the things I remember, like they said was really, not regret making, um, but like the prepared mechanic. They said like, if they could go back and rework one thing, it was just like that just didn't work. Like the prepared that
like it all.
squad was supposed to be way different than what what it ended up doing,
I don't
and
even like I still barely know what it does.
I know, like I'm
I'm
just
kinda
like.
like, "Okay,
I'm
you're
sitting there and
prepared."
I'm like, okay. I remember like Vandor Chu, I'm like, how does this guy get prepared? Like, how can I make sure that this guy revives my guys? Like, there's no move
Yeah,
that's just like, it's not like it's like, oh yeah, if you just click this move, he becomes prepared. It's like certain like actions have to happen. Like he has to like be
yeah,
damaged or something. I still don't even really recognize like how it happens.
yeah.
And other
I'm
people
still
like when
kinda
they call
like,
someone
"Oh, he's
assist.
prepared."
Yeah.
It
Yes.
it's just like
It's
pleasant
interesting.
surprise all over the place.
He's so prepared right now.
It's a rough mechanic.
Yeah,
Interesting
it's a
in
different one.
theory, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, and there's definitely some things where you're like, okay, they definitely learn from it. Like if you look back at like the like tournaments and stuff, some of the other like game modes that came out, you know, gosh, like how bad was some of the game modes when they first came out? It seemed like it was just like like even GA, right? It was so buggy and like people were cheating like rampant. Like, like it
Yeah.
was just like, there was a lot of growing pains, but yeah. I mean even Galactic Challenges, right? Like we'd have to go through all that process again. So that would
Yeah.
kind of suck, but overall I think yeah, I would still choose a different team. Yeah. All right, so next question. What's your favorite video game played to date? And then this was kind of a different question, but like I'm gonna ask it in the same one. And then, would you rather have played Battlefront 3 or 1313? Which I'm not. Are you sure? Are you aware of like what 1313 was? It was kind of like
Actually,
a
I'm
Star
not.
Wars. It was a Star Wars game that they eventually scrapped. It was basically you were like playing as a bounty hunter, which would I think eventually lead you to be like you would find out you're Boba Fett,
Oh,
and you were traveling, and I think it was like level 13 of like Underworld Coruscant, and it was sort of like I think it was sort of supposed to be kind of like a KOTOR version, but you were a bounty hunter kind of thing.
oh, okay.
And yeah, you would kind of find like guns and armor and all that good stuff. So
Yeah. Huh. Yes, that one's a little bit, I guess, kind of easy to answer them because I didn't know about that one. So
yeah,
probably Battlefront.
yeah,
Although the 13th, that does sound very interesting. So
yeah,
in general, favorite video game, not just Star Wars.
yeah,
So very much a contender is KOTOR.
yeah,
I have played that game through front to end, start to end, probably literally hundreds of times.
yeah,
I have played that game so much. So I absolutely loved KOTOR. Um, Also definitely Halo. Some of my
yeah.
best memories in my video gaming life have been with Halo.
Halo, yeah, that's true. I didn't even
Just
think of that one, but man, yeah,
yeah, it's Halo and Halo 2. Halo
yeah,
3 was still good, but for me, just the nostalgia of Halo and Halo
yeah.
2 were
I think
just
Halo was my. I think it's so good.
yeah, there's just, I mean, dude, yeah, that takes you back to those memories of I mean, we would literally have 6 to 8 Xboxes and TVs all
LAN
system
parties,
linked up,
yeah, dude,
and we'd get the LAN parties going. There's
yeah,
there's pyramids of Mountain Dew all over the
yeah,
place. It smells awful. There's just
yeah,
TVs everywhere. People are sitting in little clusters everywhere.
yeah.
All the bags of chips and food, and he ordered pizza, and he made
Oh man, it was
DiGiorno or
so
something.
much
Yeah,
fun.
just
Yeah,
it takes you back to those memories, and so
yeah, for
Halo
sure,
and
dude.
Halo 2 would be up there for sure. KOTOR would definitely be up there. I had a very formative game also is definitely Call of Duty Modern Warfare and Modern Warfare 2.
Yeah, for sure.
I spent so many hours on those games,
Yeah,
so I absolutely love those as well. Um, what it's kind of like a three-way tie probably of those. When it comes to
yeah,
an RPG, probably have to go with KOTOR.
yeah.
And then there's a Mass Effect series. Oh my god.
So many good
'Kay, I'm
games, man.
I'm doing a four-way tie between a
Yeah,
four-way tie between KOTOR, Mass Effect, Halo, and specifically, Call of Duty Modern Warfare / Modern Warfare 2. So
all
kind of
right.
like a four-way tie of those are like
Uh,
the most formative video games
yeah,
that I've ever played that I
yeah,
just absolutely loved.
yeah.
So,
Dude, that's awesome. Yeah. I for me, okay, so yeah, the would I rather play? I think I'm gonna go with Battlefront 3. I mean, I really like you know, I like the team aspect of things. I know one of the games they were working on with the bounty hunter faction specifically was supposed to be like kind of like Destiny 2, and you kind of got to
okay.
pick like what your like
That yeah,
special
that'd be
skill was
yeah,
type thing. I don't
yeah,
remember if that was what that one was though. I think that was like earlier on. Though.
yeah,
So I would pick Battlefront 3. There's always just like there's so many battles that we didn't really get to see type thing. And you can kind of recreate them and see them in a different light, or whatever,
yeah,
Battle of Coruscant, Battle of, all those different places. And Battlefront 2 did a great job. The original Battlefronts did a great job. There were some that I wish they
yeah,
would have pushed over onto the new Battlefronts. But yeah, there's just so many fights that you're just like you kind of like gloss over, but you never really like get to see like true action in it. My favorite video game, gosh, like I'm the same way as you, man. Like it's just like so many come to my mind. Like it's just like I don't even know if it's like my favorite, but like I remember like playing like Zelda Ocarina, I think of
uh,
Time or something
yeah,
like that. That was like a
oof,
classic
yeah,
one.
that's a
Um
good one.
I mean, if you're talking about like pure time logged, like I have to believe that like my my Pokemon Game Boy Advance or whatever
Oh,
it was, or
man.
Pokemon Color,
Oh,
like that is just like
dude,
such a
Pokemon
classic, like
Red.
yeah, like I
I
just
was on Pokemon Red. Oh my goodness, yeah, and Pokemon Gold.
Yeah, just running around,
Oh,
like getting on your hopping on your bike and just being like trying to go through the little forest, and it's just like,
oh my
uh,
goodness, yeah.
someone wants to fight you, and it's like, dude, just leave me alone, man. I'm trying to get to the freaking Poke Center. I don't know. There's
Oh,
so many
that
good
was
ones.
so good too. One of my
Um,
funniest memories with Star Wars, or sorry, with Pokemon, dude.
yeah.
One of my really good friends, he would do the rare candy glitch,
Oh
you
yeah,
know,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
and so he leveled up all of his characters to,
yeah,
100 or 99, whatever it was,
yeah.
using the rare candies. And I just out of at this point, basically boredom of not knowing what to do next, I was like, I'm gonna find a character that I can catch in the wild at the lowest level possible and grind them up naturally to level 99. And I picked Marip. I picked Marip. And I leveled up Marip to Ampharos, or however you pronounce it.
Yeah, yeah.
And I leveled it up to Ampharos, and I leveled up to 99. And we did a duel, and my one Ampharos beat his entire lineup. What is it, 6 that you can bring into a
I
battle,
think
I
so,
think?
yeah, it's something like 5 or yeah, something
5
like
or
that.
6.
Yeah.
It beat all of them. The Machokes, Machamps, or whatever they were, the top one,
Yeah.
the Machamp, um, all of them. All level 99 they took up with the rare candies. It beat all of them, and, like, to this day, I'm like, I don't know why or what, if there's some difference between leveling up from a rare candy or naturally, but I swear there is, because I kicked his ass.
That's awesome.
And it took me, like, months, but it was so fun to do.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, Pokemon, that's another really good one too.
Pokemon was a good one. Yeah, like you said, Halo, dude, like I mean, I had the same memories. We would
Yep.
get LAN parties. I mean, it was just
Oh,
like
my dude.
everyone, like someone would forget their freaking, was it like the yellow, white, red cables? They'd be like, dude, you have any extra? And be like, no, we got to run to Walmart quick. It's like,
We gotta go get some.
yeah, it was a
We all
thing,
showed
man. That
up.
was like, it was a thing, dude. People love to do that. That was
Yeah.
not like it was. It's funny too
I
because
missed
like,
OG LAN parties for sure.
yeah, like it's funny because like before that time, like I feel like like people, if you were like, oh, I game, people would be like, oh, that's nerdy, you know. But like everyone loved Halo. It was like it didn't matter if you
Yes,
were a jock. It
it
didn't matter if you were like, you
yeah,
know, whatever. It was just like, oh, everyone does it, you know.
yeah,
So
yeah,
that was
very much so.
cool.
Yeah. Yeah,
Um,
that was great.
yeah, there's. I mean, and I played Diablo 2 and StarCraft 2, like or StarCraft,
Diablo
and
is really
yeah,
good.
I
Yep.
I enjoyed all those, dude. It was just it's so tough. Somewhere in between there, there's got to be one of my favorites, but I don't know which one it is.
I feel you, man.
All right, looks like we had some technical difficulties, but we got it back. So I'll re-ask the question. So in game, which current faction do you think needs the most love, and how would you change it?
So the easy answer would be Tuscans, because obviously they're just poop in every single way possible and incomplete.
That's true. Yeah.
Um, and that's very easy to fix by giving them more Tuscans, and then give them a little bit of synergy between the two of them in whatever way, shape, or form that see fit.
Yeah.
But in pretty much anything you could do would be an improvement on them. But but a genuine or a genuine answer. One question or one faction that I feel bummed out by, um, excluding 3 or 4 specific people. Um, a lot of the Jedi faction.
Oh
They're
yeah,
just
yeah,
they're just I mean, you got the ones that you use. Obviously, there you got your Jedi Knight Revan. Obviously, you got your General Kenobi and Jolie and Grandmaster Yoda, and then you have uses for your Anakin and Snips.
yeah,
Um, but there's so many characters in there that are
yeah,
such prominent members in the movies that are just terrible, just
yeah,
absolutely just no use. Even at Relic 7, Mace, just awful. Just terrible characters that's just like, I don't know what I'm going to do with you, like, Eth Koth,
yeah,
freaking Kit Fisto, like,
yeah,
just these absolutely terrible characters that you're just like, "Can you find a use for them? Yes, but
yeah,
are they anywhere on the scale of even, like, a tier C,
yeah,
tier B level? No."
yeah,
A lot of those characters are down there in those tier D, just tiered F. They're chilling on your bench. You're never gonna touch them,
yeah, for
So
sure. So my faction is going to be scoundrels. It's going to be scoundrels
Okay.
because yeah, there's just like the lack of leads. I mean, barring,
Yeah,
Kira's, like it's like
yeah,
they just need, like, there's good kits in there that, like, they have solid there are solid pieces in there. And part of
yeah,
it makes sense, right? Like, a lot of times they are working kind of individually type thing. But at the same time, man, it would be there are instances, of leaders, Kira, uh, I'm forgetting his name now, the gunslinger that is in Solo. But like those
oh yeah,
guys, like it's just like those guys need, like, we need leaders, or just
heck,
someone to just like boost
heck yeah,
that faction. It's just it's just such a very bland faction, and but there, like I said, there's some
yeah.
great kits in there. Like, if you could make it work, it could be a faction where, and then they've got a lot of people in there. It could be something where it's like, man, these scoundrels are like pretty dang good now.
That's what scoundrels kind of are, it's kind of this
Yeah,
high risk, high reward sort of lifestyle. Like, sure, go with crit chance and crit damage, whatever, but yeah,
yeah,
leaderships, yeah,
yeah. And that's
you
the
do.
Lahando Naka.
Oh yeah, are you kidding me, dude?
Give
That'd be
us something
sick.
like that. That'd be cool.
Yep,
So that was the last one. Last question. Gridan, appreciate you coming back out, man. These are always a
of
fun
course.
time. It's always this is a good one, man. It's like a real reminiscent one. I like it.
Yeah, a lot of reminiscent questions there. A
Yeah.
nice little trip down nostalgia road there.
Yeah, right. Let us know your guys' answers, like I said, in the comment section down below in the Discords. All those links will be posted. You guys know what to do. Go watch part one if you guys haven't. And hopefully you guys have a great, rest of your week. And we'll catch you guys next week. Thank you guys so much. And Gridden, you wanna exit us out of this?
Until next time, we're going off the. No.
All right. We'll see you guys next week, guys.
See you guys. Thanks for having me on, Ando.
Yeah, no problem.